and welcome back to another episode of
Tube Talk.
Back after 2 weeks away.
We are back after 2 weeks away. Actually, we did one 2 weeks ago, but I think there's a problem with it uploading and things. I don't know if many people saw it.
But we are back. We are back because apologies.
Why were we away?
Dad was in London.
I was in London, but I was in Newmarket
for work.
mainly. At the Tassels Horses and Trading Sale, the biggest horses and trading sale in the world. 1,639 lots going through of horses. So it's a massive sale. They start about 10 o'clock in the morning, 9:30 in the morning. They start offering horses, and they don't finish auctioning till about 9 o'clock at night. It's a massive days. We bought 3 horses, all going to Chris Waller in Sydney, all young progressive stayers. Got them for great prices. Man, we bought so well. Some great owners involved in them. And we might have just a couple of shares left, just a couple. So if people are interested in this, they should get hold of me quick and I can send them some information on them if they want to race a stayer for big money in Australia, European stayer.
Awesome. And to follow that up, we've got some great news. We have had 9 winners in the last 17 days.
Yes, we've been on a great roll with some very good horses. I got some texts of people when I was in London saying, don't come back. And I'd text back and say, that's mean. And they'd say, who is this? Like, you're dead to me. But fortunately, since I've come back, the winners have kept rolling. So
yes.
Now I've been welcomed back. But we had a stakes winner that time. We had winners in Australia. Had some very, very promising horses win. So it's been exciting. Spring is rolling.
You should go away more often. We're gonna.
Okay.
You can take me with you. We're going to talk about our winners in the last week, and there was 3 of them, starting with Oh He Can.
Oh He Can on Saturday. Really good win. Second up, Trail came out and blew them away. He's a progressive horse, lightly raced by O'Reilly. Some people have seen he's racing in Stephen Marsh's colours, and what happened was we bought him at the yearling sales, and he had a vet issue. So because of that, we couldn't syndicate him. So we retained him ourselves, operated on him, brought him back, and so we own him, and so he's owned by us at Go Racing and the Marshes. And yeah, and he's proven to be good. Like, he's a 5-year-old and he's lightly raced. So but he looks promising. He's got plenty more wins this prep.
Mm-hmm. And we also had Campari, who won on Tuesday.
Yeah, in Sydney on Melbourne Cup Day. Very exciting win. She broke the class record at Randwick. Ran 1:21.33 for 1,400 metres, third up. She's had 3 starts Australia now for 2 wins. And she now goes to Rosehill on the 24th of November for a $125,000 1,500 metre race.
Mm-hmm. And finally, we had Sentimental Miss, who won on Thursday at Otaki.
She did. Smart filly, ran 4th in the stakes race last time in. She was only her 5th start, a little bit of rain helped. She got back, swept around them and stormed home and won really well. She'll have another start and then she'll go to the Group 3 Ledger Stakes. It's Aupuni on the 15th of December. Mm-hmm. Another nice 3-year-old filly in our stable.
Cool. And this week we have got 5 runners. We will start on Saturday at Te Rapa. Race 1, we've got Shibuya Cossington.
Shibuya Cossington. Yeah, a sizzling filly. We bought her in Australia on debut in the 2-year-old race. 7-horse field. Barrier 2, very good. Trial was good. She's on the way up. She can run well with Andrew Calder in the saddle. There's a horse trial winner in there that run well called Probabile. That was, I think, a very expensive yearling, and I think that's the horse to beat. But she can run well on debut.
Mm-hmm. And also in the same race, we have got Tennessee Rock.
Tennessee Rock also debuting. She ran 2nd in a trial to Exuberant, who was a stakes winner on debut. Smart filly. She's just might be coming the end of her prep though. She's just been a touch flat last couple of days, but she's come this far. We'll push on to the race, and see how she performs. And if she performs well, and she's got the ability to do that, great. And if she runs a bit flat, we'll put her in the paddock. So she's an all too hard filly. Michael Coleman rides from the barrier draw. She's probably going to have to drop back and relax and look to get home well. If she races up to her trial form, she's right at it.
And at Riccarton on Saturday in race 3 in the maiden 1400, we've got Aristotle.
Yeah, so he's a nice 3-year-old colt. He ran the stakes race last time. He drops back to a maiden where he's been very, very competitive. He will improve significantly in his next preparation. He's just not quite there yet, but with $35,000 up for grabs and a little bit of moisture around, we've elected to run him because he is still well and he'll go out after this, but he's an each way chance with less all press in the saddle.
Also at Riccarton on Saturday, but in race 5 in the Jesberg Insurance Services Pegasus Stakes, we've got Passing Shot.
We have, and it's great. Yes, the Jesberg Insurance Services Pegasus Stakes, it's great that sponsors stick with races for years on end, and these guys have stuck with this race for years on end, and they get known for it, but it's great for racing that we have people like that. And Passing Shot, barrier 4 and a field of 7. It doesn't matter, he'll jump and lead, they won't be able to catch him out of the barriers. 60 kilos is the question mark, got a lot of weight to carry. There's 2 horses on a 56.5, 56, the rest are on the minimum of 53, but he can carry weight. He's won a trial going in. He'll run very, very well. He's $6 at the moment, I think that's over the odds.
And our final runner for the week is running in Sydney in race 6, and it is Mark 2.
So Mark 2, so her third run in Australia. First up, she won very well. Second up, they took off a bit early on her and she just battled, she was just fair. However, after the race, she came up in all these lumps and bumps like hives everywhere. So she can't have been feeling 100%. So her bloods are good, she's back, she's improved. And often as well, like Campari, horses after breaking go really well first up, their second up race a bit flat, as Campari did, and Mark 2 did, and then third up they come back. So she's third up, and I think we'll see a much, much better performance. Should be a good track. Barrier 2, perfect barrier draw, Rory Hutchings in the saddle. She should get a nice run, and she's a quality mare. She's well over the odds. She runs up to her ability. She is in the race up to her eyeballs.
And now we move on to Bet of the Week. Richard of York running at Riccarton in race 9.
Yeah, so I've got a little disclaimer on this. So Richard of York, he raced in some pretty good company in Australia. And he's been brought over from New Zealand. He ran last at his last start. He's been sort of a bit disappointing, but he's 13 and 450. It's a 2,500 metre race and it's wet. There's a bit of rain due. So if the rain comes, it's going to turn it into like a 2,800 metre race, and he will stay better than 90% of that field. And at $13, he's well over the odds. He is double nominated for 2 races. So if he runs there, I'd back him. If he doesn't run there, the second horse to back in that race is Filar. Stephen Marsh horse. They've been targeting this carnival for a long time with this horse. He'll love the distance. He's had good grounding. I think he'll probably be $7 or $8, and I think he's a good bet. So I think the better value is Richard of York if he runs, and if he doesn't, because he's double nominated, Filar in the same race. Awesome. And that is Bet of the Week.
That has been quite an efficient tube talk for the amount we had to get through, so good work, Albert.
Good work, Sophie, and we shall talk again next week.
We shall. See you then.
Bye.
Here's Maccabi Diva. A nation roars for a hero. She's starting to wind up. 300 left to go now. Maccabi Diva's racing up. Envoy's trying to go with it. They've got to Portland Singer and Lachlan River. Here comes Like a Falcon and excellent. But Maccabi Diva clear with 100 metres to go. Excellent runs to second. On a Zern runs on. But a champion becomes a